What is up, my tough trainers? I'm Lance, and today I'll be counting down my top 10 favourite Poison type Pokemon. Poison has finally won. Well, actually it didn't win. The votes were actually even on the last top 10 video, so I thought I would get to choose, and I thought because Poison has lost so many times, I'll choose to do Poison. I think what I'll just do, if it ever is even again, is just do the one that has been the option to vote for the longest, and I'm pretty excited to finally be doing my top 10 favourite Poison type Pokemon. Now, it's been a little while since I've done a top 10 video. I've been wanting to post a couple of updates and some thoughts and speculation about the upcoming Pokemon games, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, so I'm hoping none of you guys are too disappointed. And I'd just also like to say before I get started, thank you very much for all of the continuous support on this channel. My channel has now got 300 subscribers, so that is awesome. Thank you all very much. As usual, this list will be 100% opinion based, so if you don't agree with any of the Pokemon on this list, just let me know some of your favourite Poison type Pokemon in the comment section below. And you guys can vote for what you'd like me to do in my next top 10 video. You can vote for either normal or dragon. Just let me know what you would rather see in the next top 10 video in the comment section below. Let's go ahead and get into this. At number 10 today, we've got a Pokemon that I've never used in-game or in competitive battling. It's just here because I think it looks cool, and it is Drapion. Drapion has a great defense stat, so if I were to use it in competitive battling, I think it would be pretty good. It also has pretty good speed and attack, and it can have the ability either Battle Armor, which prevents critical hits from being made against it, and Sniper, which boosts the power of its critical hits, and I've heard that it can be used well with Swords Dance, Crunch, Pursuit, Earthquake, Poison Jab, and Taunt. To be honest, I don't really like a lot of Poison type Pokemon, so Drapion is here even though I don't really like him too much, so let's move on to number 9. At number 9, we've got a Pokemon that I used to really hate until I decided to use it one day in competitive battling. It is pretty underrated in my opinion, and it is Tentacruel. Tentacruel has got 3 very good abilities, which are Liquid Ooze, Clear Body, and Rain Dish. I won't go into all of them because it could take me a little while to explain. If you want to know, you can do the research for yourself. Tentacruel has great special defense with pretty good speed as well, and I've used it in competitive battling with Rapid Spin, Toxic Spikes, Scald, and Protect. If you want to, you could also run it with Toxic and Substitute. I've heard that works well as well. It works very well holding the Black Sludge, and in my opinion, Tentacruel looks okay. At number 8, we've got a Pokemon that I used in my Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke, which unfortunately died without me getting to use it too much, and it is Victreebel. I think Victreebel has a pretty good design. If I'm not mistaken, it's based off a Venus Flytrap. It gets the abilities Chlorophyll and Gluttony, which are both pretty good. It has good attack and special attack as well, so it can be physical, special, or mixed. It works well with Growth, Solar Beam, Weather Ball, Sludge Bomb, and Sleep Powder if it's a special set, and if it's physical, it can work well with Swords Dance, Leaf Blade, Sucker Punch, and Return. So if you haven't tried it, you should give it a go one day because Victreebel is not too bad. At number 7, we've got a Pokemon I've used a little bit in competitive battling. It is Scolipede. I reckon Scolipede is kind of cheap to use with Speed Boost, but it does get the job done. With Speed Boost, your speed goes up by 1 stage at the end of every turn, so it's definitely a great ability. I reckon Scolipede looks pretty cool, and it was also number 8 on my top 10 favourite bug type Pokemon. Because of its ability Speed Boost, Scolipede works very well with Protect, Substitute, Swords Dance, and Baton Pass, but it can also work well with Spikes and Mega Horn as well. And Scolipede has a very good base speed stat as well, so it can work very well if there's a Pokemon on your team that you want slightly higher speed on. You can just go for a Protect, then a Substitute, then Protect again, Swords Dance maybe, then Protect, then Baton Pass off, and that Pokemon you Baton Pass off to will have very high speed by then, so it can be pretty good to use in competitive battling. At number 6, we've got a Pokemon I used in my Fire Red Let's Play. I've also used this Pokemon in Pokemon Heart Gold and in competitive battling, and it is Nidoking. I reckon Nidoking looks like a really cool Pokemon. It can have either the ability Sheer Force or Poison Point, which are both very good abilities. All of its stats are decent, and its attack is very good. It works well with Earthquake, Poison Jab, Superpower, and Stealth Rock, but it can also be special with Earth Power, Sludge Bomb, Ice Beam, Fire Blast, and Thunderbolt. I've seen quite a few different sets for this Pokemon. If you haven't tried this guy in UU, you should definitely do it because it works very well, and I guess I really began to like this Pokemon when I started using it in-game. At number 5, we've got a Pokemon that was number 9 on my top 10 favourite flying type Pokemon. I've used it in Pokemon Heart Gold and in competitive battling. It is another Pokemon you should use one day in UU if you haven't already. It is Crobat. Crobat should have been around in Generation 1. Golbat really needed this evolution because now Golbat's evolution line is so much better. This Pokemon looks very cool, and it cannot flinch if it has the ability Inner Focus. It has great speed with good attack, and all of its stats are pretty good, and I usually like to run it with Brave Bird, Taunt, Roost, and U-Turn, but it can also be used with Toxic and Super Fang as well. At number 4, we have got Vileplume. Vileplume is another Pokemon I used in my Pokemon Fire Red Let's Play, and I've also used it a little bit in competitive battling. I think Vileplume has a great design. It gets the ability Effect Spore, which means there is a 30% chance you will get paralyzed, poisoned, or put to sleep if you hit this Pokemon. Vileplume has great special attack, special defense, and physical defense, and it works well in competitive battling with Moonlight, Aromatherapy, Sleep Powder, Giga Drain, and Sludge Bomb. At number 3, we've got a Pokemon I've used heaps in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I think it's one of the best grass-type Pokemon you can get in that game, and it is Roserade. I've also used Roserade a little bit in competitive battling. I think it has a really cool design, just like Vileplume. It was number 6 on my top 10 favorite grass-type Pokemon. It can have the ability either Natural Cure or Poison Point, which are both very good. It has a great special attack stat with good special defense and speed, and it works very well with Leaf Storm, Sludge Bomb, Sleep Powder, Synthesis, and Spikes in competitive battling. And if you haven't used this Pokemon in a Generation 4 game, you really should, because it's great fun to use. At number 2, we've got a Pokemon that I've only really begun liking a lot recently. It is Venusaur. I've used Venusaur in Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon X, and a lot in competitive battling. In my opinion, it looks pretty cool. It was number 3 on my top 10 favorite grass-type Pokemon. It has an awesome Mega Evolution. Currently, Mega Venusaur is probably my favorite Mega, just before Mega Blastoise, who used to be my favorite. Mega Venusaur gets the ability Thick Fat, which means it takes half as much damage as it usually would from Fire and Ice type attacks, so that makes 2 of its biggest weaknesses a lot less scary. Mega Venusaur has great defense, special attack, and special defense, and Mega Venusaur works very well in competitive battling with Leech Seed, Sleep Powder, Toxic, Synthesis, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, and even Substitute. So if you have not used Mega Venusaur before, you seriously should. It is, in my opinion, one of the best Pokemon in OU at the moment, so give it a try. At number 1, we have got another Pokemon I've used heaps in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I've also used this Pokemon in Pokemon Heart Gold, and I've used it a little bit in competitive battling. It is Gengar. I think Gengar looks so great. I just really like its design. Gengar has an amazingly high special attack stat with great speed as well. And he also has a pretty cool Mega Evolution with the ability Shadow Tag, which is very good. Regular Gengar works very well with Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Sludge Bomb, Thunderbolt, Energy Ball, Dark Pulse, and Dazzling Gleam. And Mega Gengar, because of its ability, works very well with Destiny Bond. And I've also seen Mega Gengar used before with Substitute, Disable, and Pain Split. So if you haven't given that a try, you might want to try it out. It sounds pretty interesting to me. I think I'll try it out one day. And if you need a speedy special attacker for your team, definitely consider Gengar. That is going to be all for this video today. As usual, if you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to vote for whether you'd like to see me count down my top 10 favorite Dragon type Pokemon or my top 10 favorite normal type Pokemon in the next top 10 video, and as usual, stay tough.